I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. What? Nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz? I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Tuesday, child. Let me go ahead and make sure my screens are up. Y'all can see me? Okay, good. Y'all can see me. How's everybody doing? I swear it has been a very slow January. Ain't really been no news, child. Y'all like the pigtails? Thank you. Y'all know I like to switch it up. Can y'all believe it is Capricorn season? And my oldest son's birthday was January 15th. He has the same birthday as MLK. And he is 22. Like, it's just, I feel weird saying that I have a 22-year-old because we do not look like mother and son. Everybody still thinks we're siblings. But he is 22. He's doing his thing. And I'm proud of him. Happy birthday once again. It has been a slow news week. You know it's slow when I'm posting videos of my youngest son's haircut. Like, we ain't got, it's like, it just hasn't been a whole lot to post. So I had locked up my youngest son's hair in 2020. So I was showing, because he went and got his haircut, like around, you know, the circumference or whatever it's called. It turned out really good. So I was posting that on Instagram. And shout out to all the moms trying to play matchmaker, honey. You know what? We might have to do like on the show Family Karma, all the little arranged marriages. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for, like, you know, people who have themselves together, whose kids come from decent families. I'm here for these little arranged marriages that the moms are like, oh, well, my daughter was looking at your son and she's a straight A student. I was cracking up at some of the messages. Y'all are a mess. But yeah, man, it's been a slow month, but I still want to come on here and talk about just different topics that are popping up as usual. Thanks, y'all. Y'all like the picture. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all know I like to switch it up. But January's going by fast. I can't believe it's already the 17th of January. On top of that, it was MLK the other day. Did y'all see that statue? Yeah, I didn't get it. Like, it took me a while to realize, like, what am I looking at? Is this like somebody's leg? Is he? I didn't get it. But then they said it was him hugging Coretta Scott King. I'm like, they could have did a better job. I didn't like it. I thought it was really weird. Somebody said it's tax season. Child, I don't get no money back. I miss them days. Yeah, my tax season is in April when I have to pay in. So yeah, ain't no money back. But I will say this though, if you are getting something back from tax season, you know, make sure you get you know, something preparedness stuff. Just because it just seems like things are getting a little bit worse with the weather and things like that. So maybe you can use some of that tax money, you know, instead of buying shoes and Beyonce concert tickets, you know, get like a little $300 backup generator, just a tip, not telling y'all how to spend y'all's money, but just a tip, you know, just in case you have extra money, you can, you know, use it on that just because there's so much stuff going on. There's more news, honestly, concerning the weather than even celebrity news. It's like, it's more stuff about tornadoes and, you know, storms than even like celebrity news. The celebrities have been like they've been on their best behavior as of late, except for Antonio Brown. We're going to get into him here. But let me go ahead and pull up this info here concerning Mr. Brown. I don't understand why he's, I guess, I don't want to say why he's still a thing, but like, I just feel like the stuff that he does is always swept under the rug. And it's annoying because people make so many excuses for him because, you know, he played football and all this stuff. So today, if you guys don't know, let me go ahead and share my screen here. He basically took to social media. He took to his Snapchat and he had posted his baby's mother giving him head. I done seen this man's peen, child, a few too many times. Like, this is not the first time he's done this. He's posted pictures of him in public swimming pools with his ass and his peen out. I don't know what's wrong with him, but let me go ahead and read y'all the story. So Antonio Brown went too far on social media again. The controversial former NFL superstar just shared a sexually explicit private picture on his Snapchat with the mother of his children. The post, which has since been deleted from Antonio's profile, showed the woman performing oral sex on the Super Bowl champ in bed. The picture quickly circulated onto other social media platforms earlier Thursday morning. Chesley Chris, the mother of Antonio's children, just released a statement on the situation, saying she is very well aware of the post. Chesley says that she has repeatedly asked Brown to keep the private parts of their former relationship out of the public eye, but he refuses. She says, I have reported the page and all the pictures. Unfortunately, Snapchat is allowing him to repost. I'm very sorry for any of your kids that follow him and used to look at him as a role model. I do not condone these actions. As you are aware, I have kids involved as well. So after all the controversy, after she came out and made this post, then a Snapchat, the spokesperson reached out to TMZ. And they basically said that Antonio Brown's account has been suspended and he is under investigation. But my issue with Antonio is this is not the first time he's done this, and it's like they allow him to get away with it because of his status. He's harassed Keisha Cole, he's harassed other women. Remember, it was a year ago that he was, dragging Keisha, and they were supposed to be cool. It was kind of embarrassing because Keisha's too old to be like trying to beg him to like love her on fucking Shade Room. But let me show y'all this really quick here of him and Keisha. Okay, y'all remember this. This was just a year ago. He posted a picture of Keisha's lower back. I guess she got, AB's name tatted on her. So he says, you ain't pimping until you hit an R&B diva. Then he says, hashtag free agent, hashtag keep pimping. Keisha says, this is the second time you posted this at AB, but the captions changed. Don't be mad at me no more, babe. I said I apologize. Girl. So ever since then, that was just embarrassing. Thank you, Internet Princess. Like it was just weird. I just don't understand like the fascination with him. As far as like, from the female point of view, I get it. If you already have kids with him, that's one thing. But if he doesn't have respect for his children's mother, he's not going to have respect for other women that he dates. To me, he just comes off like he sees most women as property and he moves on to the next. And I think the fact that he has children and he would put his baby's mother out there like that is disgusting. There was videos of him, I'm assuming it was him, of, him and Tiana Trump on Twitter, like he's done this time and time again. And it's like, oh, that's just Antonio, but it's just not funny. It's not okay. And that to me is like almost revenge. I think it would be considered revenge porn. I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but it comes off like revenge porn. Like maybe she said something to him this weekend that pissed him off, just like Keisha Cole made him mad. And then he took it to social media. But the fact that you would degrade her like that, because again, she wasn't a thought when she was giving you head, you know what I'm saying? But now you want to put her out there like a thought. Like it's sad. It's really sad. And he should be kicked off of Snapchat. And especially since, and it's mainly kids that are on Snapchat. It's more kids on Snapchat than adults. That's like their Instagram. All the kids are on Snapchat. The only thing I know about Snapchat is filters. I don't get it. So I keep my old ass on Instagram. I've mastered that site. I don't get Snapchat. I just go on there to use it for pictures. But that's where all the kids hang out, is on Snapchat. So it's like, know that most of the people who are following you on Snapchat are young people, yet he still chose to post that. And it's just, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought it was just childish. Let me go ahead and read some of these comments here. And shout out to all the new members. Thank you for joining. Also, feel free, if you go to the member tab on my channel, that is where all the deep dives are. You might have to just scroll down a bit, but you'll see the links to the deep dive, including the Master P deep dive and other stuff that people have been asking about. So shout out to the new members. Let's see here. Misty Haynes says, "Hey T, it's rare that I catch your live. I'm very glad I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate you." Mel Smith says that man has CTE and the NFL doesn't want to punish him because they don't want to have that conversation. I've heard that over the years that he's probably suffering from CTE, but at what point are you just going to go get it taken care of or seek help? I mean, if it can be taken care of, I don't know. But the NFL, I mean, there's been so many players that have had CTE, that have had all types of brain injuries. The NFL doesn't care. They're about making money. They're about putting asses in the seats and getting their, ad revenue. They've never really shown that they've really cared. Even with that whole situation with the young man that had the heart issue on the field. I mean, I don't know if he's ever going to end up playing again, but the fact that a lot of their contracts, I know more of their contracts are being guaranteed now, but for years they didn't have guaranteed contracts like basketball players. So that lets you know that they didn't care. As much as they was bringing in billions of dollars every year, the fact that they couldn't even guarantee football players salaries because in case they got hurt, they didn't want to, lose income. It says a lot about the NFL. But CTE or not, it's no excuse because this behavior is repeated. Like he's constantly doing this. So at what point do you just hold somebody accountable for their actions? But thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I feel, CT is sad, but like he's constantly engaging in degenerate behavior. Must be nice to just, I can just whip my dick out on camera. CTE! I can just flash everybody. CTE! You can't do that. Like in no other world would people like, sit your ass down. I can't just act a fool and then scream CTE. Like I notice people love to say that, but no, it's not okay. At some point, either go get counseling, go get help, go get, I don't know, Chad. I don't know what the cure is for CTE, but we can't keep excusing bullshit. Did I just scream out CTE? I'm just saying. Imagine if I play football, right? And I got, banged around a bit, but then I want to be a YouTuber, be a social media person. I couldn't just come on here and just woo. And then as soon as I get held accountable, CTE. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. But bless his heart, child. Anyways. Dorian Sin 499 says, "Love you, T. YT been playing with my notifications for the past 2 lives. Happy this one came through. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. You're so welcome. Damn YouTube be on some nonsense. And they've been demonetizing me like crazy. They've also been age restricting my videos. My videos that I did about Bad Baby, they age restricted that. So I'm like, I get age restricted for talking about her shenanigans. But meanwhile, I'm saying, she can get paid millions for showing off her goodies, but I'm age restricted for talking about it. Like, you can't make this up, child. But thank you. I'm glad you're able to catch the live stream. Let's see here. Rick Irv says, "This is a real chill live. Love you, T. Love you too. And thank you for coming through. I appreciate you." So yeah, that's my issue. Like I said, with Antonio Brown is that he is always engaged in stuff like this. But, at what point is it like overly crossing the line? And it's very interesting. Like now conversations are being had because, I don't care what race his baby's mother is. It's not okay. People are like, "Oh, that's the white woman's problem." Well, no, he's also disrespected Black women as well. And the problem is him. The problem is not the women. The problem is Antonio getting on social media and constantly, either posting nudes, blasting these women every time he gets upset, so at what point is he going to be held accountable? That's my issue. Young Kobe says, "I'm legally blind. CTE, hold me down." Y'all are a mess. POP, hold me down. I still remember that meme. Y'all are too funny. So now I want to go ahead and also do an update on this situation here with Darius, the basketball player, that I talked about yesterday. More information has come out. This young man has literally thrown his whole life away. Let me go ahead and show y'all this. Give me just a second. Okay. So now more information has come out from yesterday's video that I did, and I wanted to talk about that real quick. Former Alabama basketball player Darius Miles was not the suspect that allegedly shot and killed the 23-year-old Alabama woman over the weekend. He was responsible for providing the gun used in the fatal shooting, according to court records. Miles, 21, and Michael Lynn Davis, 20, were both charged with capital murder in the shooting death of Jamia Harris, which took place near the university's campus early Sunday. Tuscaloosa Police Captain Jack Kennedy said the driver of another vehicle in which Harris is a passenger approached the campus near Bryant Denny Stadium around 1:45 a.m., saying that someone had shot into the vehicle and he had fired back. One of the suspects was wounded and suffered a non-life-threatening injury. Police did not specify which suspect was injured. I don't know why they still haven't said which one was shot. It's not that big a deal. But the fact that he's now coming out and saying that he didn't shoot her, but he provided his friend with the gun, you're an idiot. It doesn't matter. You're just as guilty in that sense. It doesn't matter who shot the gun. I mean, the fact that he's out there to play basketball, he's on scholarship. I mean, he wasn't going to go to the NBA because he had ankle injuries. But the fact that he was blessed enough to make it to a D1 and did not take advantage, of the opportunities that were given to him, to me is insane. The fact that he's walking around with a gun, he still has one foot in the streets. You know, it's just insane that this young girl lost her life over what? None of it made sense. And it's just simply because, again, he was trying to talk to her. She wasn't interested. And that kind of caused an argument. And then, unfortunately, they ran into each other again on the street. But this is why all this shit needs to start being nipped in the bud. It starts with revenge porn and posting nudes and, talking shit on social media. And then eventually this type of behavior trickles out into the real world. And I think that we have to start holding young boys accountable. They have to start learning how to gain control of their emotions. I think a lot of young people, boys and girls, but particularly boys, they have a lack of emotional self-control. And that is scary, okay? Because at the end of the day, this young man had everything set out for him. He had a whole path, and the fact that he threw it all away over a girl not wanting to reciprocate, not wanting to give her number to him is just silly. And when you think about it too, he probably hyped up the friend. Because I can bet you what probably happened in that car. You got him driving. The friend is there because, the friend is he's going to have access to shoot. You can't really shoot and drive. And he probably hyped him up. Like, here go my gun. You know what I'm saying? Show me that you my boy. Show me that you real. And then the boy, being an idiot, not thinking, grabbed the gun and got the shooting. And, I don't know if they purposely meant to kill her or if they were just trying to scare the car. But at this point, it doesn't even matter. That should not have been the response. And now it's funny because now he wants to try and distance himself and say, well, it was my gun, but I didn't shoot it. Yeah, it was just, I was seeing like a lot of like little comments, low-key trying to excuse him, like, oh, his friend looks like a thug. His friend was probably jealous of his basketball career and pressured him. Well, now it's coming out that no, he's the one who was the thug who had the gun, who possibly pressured his friend to do the shooting. Because he was either too chicken shit to do it himself or the fact that he was driving. But either way, like I said, like, it's too many young people walking around here with a lack of emotional self-control. And I think that really needs to be addressed. And so when you have people making excuses and saying things like, oh, it's not a big deal, things that Antonio Brown does online to women, and then you have young boys watching that and who follow him and other guys, then they think that, their behavior is okay. That if somebody rejects you, that's your next response. And that's scary because, again, he had his whole life ahead of him. So you have literally 3 young people under the age of 25 whose lives have been drastically changed, and for what? None of these people besides the two boys even knew each other. And that's the sad part. Let me read some of these comments here. Melanin Queen says that man was rejected twice, once by the team and once by the girl, and he couldn't handle it. Fragile ego and a life lost for nothing. A little boy has a mother, no more. I definitely agree, sis. And I think part of it too, like you said, was the fact that, he wasn't going to be able to finish playing college basketball because he was having all these ankle issues. And then I know the coach said he had to go back home to his hometown in DC because of some type of family situation. But, at the end of the day, you have to have emotional self-control, because not being able to play college basketball anymore, that's not the end of the world, and he still could have still built a name for himself because he still had a strong enough brand. He was one of the top 50 athletes in the country. So he could have still been able to like reinvent himself and do other things, maybe coaching other children. Everybody's not going to make it into the NBA. I don't care, what draft pick, not draft pick, but like where you rank nationally. Everyone is not going to make it into the NBA. And that is something that, young boys should realize. You have an opportunity. You could make it. You could not. It's just like the lottery. Everybody's not going to be a lottery winner. Everybody can't be Beyonce. Everybody can't be LeBron. What's meant for you is meant for you. But I think, though, you are right that both of those rejections might have played, it might have played a part in his psyche and where his mentality was at, but it doesn't make it okay. Yeah, he could have went overseas. It was just a lot more stuff that he could have done besides going this route. And I think that's the saddest part. Let's see here. Kanika Morgan says, I can tell basketball players hurt you as a mom, women, and a basketball fan. Yeah, because again, I'm a boy's mom, right? So I don't have daughters. Most of the stuff that I learn about like girl stuff usually comes from you guys. Like I've never been to like a Hillary Duff concert, Hannah Montana. I don't know that life. I've watched like my homegirls take their daughters to like those Disney concerts and stuff. So the way me and my boys bond is through sports. When you're a boy's mom, you kind of do what your boys do. So sports, wrestling, cars, so that's usually what I'm into. So when I just seen that, it was just like, wow, because I really followed that class of 2020 because Jalen Suggs and it was so many kids that were really good in that class. And Minnesota's been on fire right now with, having a lot of really good players going into the NBA for Minnesota. So it was really unfortunate because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of like sports is a lot. I mean, these kids start playing in third grade, right? So maybe you're doing traveling basketball, baseball, hockey. It's a lot. And again, most parents put their kids in sports, not necessarily because we think our kids are going to be the next LeBron James, but because it gives kids something to do. It teaches them discipline. It keeps them off the streets, so and you end up like you watch these kids grow, right? You see them in third grade when they all come into the gym and they're nervous. They don't even know how to dribble a damn basketball. They're talking when the coach is talking. And then eventually you get to the point where like, by the time they're in fifth grade, you don't have to go to the practices, you drop them off and you just see them build their confidence and get better. And now, they're in high school, so like now, my youngest, he's playing varsity. He's been playing varsity since 10th grade. So, I just enjoy it. I enjoy seeing like all of these kids, just go through the whole sports thing. And especially when they're basketball players, you just see their height. It's like, I remember when you were shorter than me and now you're like 6'3", like what in the world? And I'm looking up to these kids who, like 3 years ago, I was like looking down at them. So it's funny. So yeah, it is hurtful because it's like, it's not cheap. I can only imagine like what his parents spent on AAU and coaches, and especially being that he had the height, he's 6'9". So once, they go through puberty and you see that you have the tall kid, you're going to put even more. Like everybody's going to swarm to him just because of that height. So they're going to put him in different programs and different things to help nurture and train him. So it's just wasted. It's just wasted, and it's sad, and I think part of that too, as moms and as parents of sports kids, I don't care if your kids play football, basketball, hockey, baseball, you got to keep that ego in check, because everybody jocks the jocks, right? Like all the girls are always in their face and giggling and whatever, so you got to keep them in check and let them know, still keep them humble and let them know, like, every woman's not going to want you, and you have to be able to deal with rejection. Those are conversations that you have to have with your boys, so yeah, you got to keep your kids humble. Monique says AAU is expensive. You spend a minimum of $600 on that weekend traveling out of state. AAU is no joke, child, especially when you got to go out of state and pay for traveling and lodging and driving. Whew. Yeah, AAU season. It's a little bit easier now though, because my youngest drives. So now it's like I don't necessarily have to like drive to like Nebraska and Iowa, because sometimes the long drives just take a lot. Or, now that their dad, has stepped up, he'll, take them. Or I'm really cool with a lot of the parents in the programs. A lot of times the coaches will drive the boys. So now it's a little bit easier. But yeah, there were times it was just me and my brother, having to drive to like Wisconsin and Iowa and, all these neighboring states. It's a lot. That's why a lot of times on the weekends, I don't do videos, especially during basketball season. So, yeah. Somebody said, hold on. Adrian, you played AAU? Yeah. My son played AAU basketball. My girl played AAU volleyball. That's cool. Let's see here. Aaron says, hey, Auntie, loving the pigtails, but I was wondering, could you do a deep dive on the whole didn't curse? Just a random thought. On the whole what? On the whole didn't curse? What curse? Maybe you're talking about Diddy? The Diddy curse? Probably not. I'm over Diddy. I've made enough videos. If you're talking about Diddy, I don't know. I think maybe your phone, these phones, they'll just turn around and they'll restructure what you were trying to say. I'm thinking you're saying Diddy, but no, I'm not interested in doing a Diddy deep dive. Diddy can kick rocks. But I am interested in that whole gangster boo drama that's going on with DJ Paul. Maybe I'm looking into it too deep. Did y'all see DJ Paul cussing everybody out? Let me see if I can pull it up. He was going off on everybody about Gangsta Boo's funeral, because he didn't attend her funeral, and so people were calling him out about it, and so he was going off, and he said some things that kind of made my ears perk up. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. DJ Paul. Yeah, he was like doubling down on it. I'm gonna share it with y'all. I just found it. Give me just a second. Something about that 666 Mafia. Okay, here it goes. In case y'all missed it.
Let me explain something to you bitch ass out there who got something to say about me not coming to Boo's funeral. I paid for the funeral, ho. I'm on motherfucking tour, and even if I wasn't, I don't do funerals. The last time I was at a funeral, it wasn't nothing but a bunch of groupie ass motherfucking up in that motherfucker. Bunch of that just want to come up and talk to me and all this old shit. Bitch ass Boo know how much I loved her. She know how much I know how much she loved me. I ain't got nothing to prove to none of you punk ass group ass up in there. Because it would be number about 4 or 5 motherfuckers in there if it wasn't for who I created, what I created. The teenage girl that I found, I'm the one who wrote Where the Dollars At Hook. I'm the one who was writing and producing that shit. Yeah, she did her verses. She did some hooks. Juicy was doing beats. He was doing hooks. But I discovered her. I went to school with her. She went to school with me. Motherfucker, you just wouldn't be in that group ass that's fucking running up behind her ass because of what I did, what I created. And all you motherfuckers got something to say about, oh, look at her car, her mama want her to be cremated like the rest of their family. What the fuck we gonna spend money on a expensive ass coffin for when she finna get cremated? So y'all shut the fuck up and go home. Go back to y'all motherfucking hoes, bitch. Mafia.
Okay, sir. Child, come back on the screen. All right. I was like, really? You know, a lot. Yeah, that was some clown show shit. Like, not him talking about the funeral and then like making it all about him and what he did. But what's funny to me, like I've been kind of looking at that. He was like, yeah, you know, I don't do funerals and this and that. And I get it. Some people don't. But 6 Mafia, out of all 6 of them, 3 have died now. I don't know if y'all know how deep the rabbit hole goes with that group, but 666 is another word for, 666. I had forgot this too. Like, it wasn't until after she died that I had to remember a lot of stuff. She was called like the Devil's Daughter. They had the album The Devil's Playground. They were really into a lot of satanic stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. They were into a lot of like satanic shit. And I didn't realize until now that they were as young as they were when they first came out. You know, when you're a kid and people come out, everybody's old to you because you're like 12. So even if somebody's like 18, 19, you think that they're like a grown adult. But when they came out, they were like 16, 17 in high school. And they were representing the devil. And, it's just, I don't know, because it's like when I was 16, 17, we never talked about dark demonic stuff. We were just having fun and listening to me. It was just very strange when I go back and I look at their career at how dark it was, especially with them being teenagers. And I wonder if the real reason why he didn't want to go to the Devil's Daughter's funeral is because it reminds him of his own mortality and whatever, deal they made with the devil. Because remember, Lord Infamous was spilling a lot of tea before he died about certain deals and things they would do to the music. Yeah, 6 Mafia, yes, Memphis represent, I'm just keeping it real. 6 Mafia was a very, very dark group. Remember when Busy Bone and Gangsta Boo got into it? Remember what was Busy Bone shouting? He was like, y'all, with that devil last name, y'all group is representing the devil. Because, Busy Bone's like a reborn again Christian. And remember, he started snapping on them. And then he told one of them to suck his peen. And then Gangsta Boo, she was like, Busy Bone, you got me fucked up. You need to go take your medication. Remember, they had that big old, at the versus battle. It was kind of stemming behind the name of the group. But I don't think a lot of people put 2 and 2 together at that point. I don't know. The way he was just so angry. Busy Bone was going off about that name. I don't know. And then when I see people wearing shades, you can't see their eyes. I think him not going is a little bit deeper. Because he really didn't even need to respond to anybody commenting. He didn't have to say anything. Yeah, y'all know Master P, he loves some dark shades, child. But they were the original Demon Time. Thank you, Candice. Yes, they were the original Demon Time group. But folks ain't ready for that conversation, honey. Most people only remember them from, it's hard out here for a pimp. People know them from that song, but before all that, hard out here for a pimp shit, they was on some real dark stuff. And then I remember he was even saying at one point, that's why they repeated a lot of their stuff. Like they would always repeat their stuff in threes because it was like a homage to the devil and stuff. So I don't know, child. That's a deep rabbit hole. That's a really deep rabbit hole. But I just thought when I saw him snapping like that, I was like, is it really about random trolls on the internet, or is your spirit being disturbed because 3 down, 3 more to go? I'm just saying, child. Anyways, somebody's like, do a deep dive on 3 Six Mafia. Jeffrey Dahmer was enough for me. I need a break. Child, we'll see. We'll see how I feel in February. Because that Jeffrey Dahmer deep dive, that was very dark. That was like I needed that was a very dark deep dive. So I'll see. I'll see. But I just feel like there's just more. When he was like hollering and hooping and hollering and he's so angry. I don't know. I just felt like there was more to that rant. Like that was all superficial, but I felt like it was a little bit deeper than that. That sounds to me, especially with the dark shades, somebody who's worried about his own mortality, and Gangsta Boo's a reminder of that. And it doesn't help that they were all, into like drugs and, pretty hardcore drugs too. So did they ever get her autopsy back? I'm assuming it was the drugs that took her out. Because I remember she was on that reality TV show and they found all that white powder. And they kicked her and the white boy off the show. But I don't know if they ever got her stuff back. Somebody said what Juicy J was mentioning Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know because I didn't listen to all of their music, but I just remember a lot of their stuff was dark. DJ Paul referenced Jeffrey Dahmer too. Yeah, they just had, I don't know, they just had a lot of dark music. And 666, they were always like paying homage to like the devil, But like I said, I forgot because I didn't, that's been years. So when she died and I just kind of went back and I was like looking at stuff and reading and listening, this shit is dark as hell. Damn. But when you're a teenager, you don't know any better. You're just like, tear the club up. Tear the club up. That, you know what I mean? Like you're not really, it's not that deep to you when you're a kid. But now, once you're older and you're woke and you see stuff, it's like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. Let me see here. I Am Honey says DJ Paul ain't lying though. We need a deep dive on them tea. I think there's some hot tea with the whole group. Yeah, the whole group has had different issues throughout the years, but I don't know. We'll see, child. But thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Island Girl says, "Hey T, did you see how they stole 12 million from Usain's retirement fund, leaving leaving only $12,000? That's a big difference. I didn't hear about this. Who stole Usain's money? Not Usain Bolt getting jacked. Let me Google. I didn't even hear about this one. Ooh. What? Usain Bolt robbed of 10 million USD? Mysteriously, who took his money? Hold on, where's the truth? Don't tell me it was crypto. He said, in the world of lies, where's the truth, the evil history, where's the root, the money? The Jamaican Financial Service Commission launched an investigation into potential. Oh my God! Let me show y'all this article. Not Island Gal spilling that Jamaican tea. I didn't know about this. Let me see if we can find it like a news clip or something so we can listen and watch it together. I'm gonna need the island of Jamaica. I'm gonna need y'all to explain some shit. Could have took the man's money out his bank account. Hold on. Let me see if it comes up on the news or anything. Shout out to all 8,000 people watching. Jamaican now, Bolt. Wait, what? It's not funny because how do you just take somebody's money out their account? Oh my gosh. Poor Usain. I'm trying to see if it's like on ABC News. Let me see. There's a Jamaican. Okay, let's listen to this Jamaican news channel, y'all. Hold on. We got to hear about this. Because if it was the bank that took his money, that is messed up. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear. Y'all should be able to hear.
Bolted. Sports legend Usain Bolt reeling as millions of US dollars in an investment account gone missing in what's considered the largest theft in Jamaica's financial sector. Rosalie Gage Gray is still on the job as calls grow for her removal as head of Jamaica's Child Protection Agency. Caught, a 15-year-old girl who allegedly snatched a woman's 3-month-old baby has been arrested. And
Me start smoke gold. Gold me have to smoke. Why?
fool's gold. Dozens flock Hanover community as the former athlete learned of the issue on Wednesday. The implicated wealth advisor reportedly contacted Mr. Bolt's management on Wednesday after the company's internal mechanisms uncovered significant irregularities with several accounts she managed. Mr. Bolt's portfolio, which is linked to a holding company, has reportedly been defrauded of approximately $6 million in stocks and bonds, while more than 20 other clients have lost approximately $4 million and counting. An additional 40 million Jamaican dollars in stocks and bonds were also allegedly misappropriated. The alleged fraud was reportedly being perpetrated for at least a year. The ex-employee's attorney, Tamika Harris, has declined to comment, noting that her client has not been charged. Meanwhile, regulators, the Financial Services Commission, has intervened, telling SSL that while it can still do business for its clients, the state entity has to give final approvals.
Okay, let me, child, this is crazy. That's a lot of money to just go missing. And she said they left him with 12 grand and they done took 10 million and left him with, well, I'm glad they left him with something. But remember when I was telling y'all a long time ago how the banks work? Remember when who was that celebrity that tried to walk into the bank with a note? He walked in with a note talking about he wanted $12,000 and they caught the police on him. And he had on like a mask because, it was COVID, so you couldn't see his face. Who was that? And I was explaining to y'all, it did look shady from the bank's end. And you can't, Ryan Coogler, thank y'all. Remember? Ryan Coogler came in there with a mask on, with a COVID mask and a note to the teller. So they ended up calling the police because they thought he was trying to rob the bank. And I was explaining to y'all, I don't know if he was trying to be messy or funny. You know damn well you can't just walk into any bank in America and get 12 grand right there on the spot. You got to give them a few days notice. They got to get the money for Paul to pay Peter, okay? Your money is never sitting in the bank. As soon as you put money in the bank, that money is being taken out your account. You just see the digital numbers. So you'll see, oh, you have, 10 grand in the bank. That's just the number that you're seeing on your account. But on the back end, that 10 grand is not sitting in the bank. They done took your 10 grand and loaned it to your neighbor who just, who needed a loan for a new car. So that's what they're doing. So the fact that this man had that much money stolen, $12 million is a lot of money. I would not be surprised if it goes all the way up to the Jamaican government. That's a lot of money because a lot of these governments right now are going broke. A lot of countries are struggling. Hell, the same way people are struggling, a lot of these governments are struggling. And they know Usain has all that money. That's money you're never going to touch. He's not going to show up and just want to withdraw 12 million. So that's insane. And they had to keep something in there so that way it could still keep looking like he had 12 million. So they just kept the 12,000. But that amount that they took out, that is definitely an inside job. But trust me, with that amount of money being taken out his account, it wasn't just one or two people. That sounds like some government corruption. And that sucks. That is horrible. Because that man has worked his ass off, being one of the fastest men in the world, representing Jamaica in the Olympics. He deserves better than that. At first, I thought you was joking. Because who just takes $12 million and leaves 12 grand? Like, that's insane to me. But a lot of these countries, man, they're in debt and they're struggling. So, yeah, definitely make sure that, you go ahead and move your money around. Don't keep all your money in one bank. I don't trust none of these damn banks. Yeah, it's sad. Hopefully he can get his money, but like, how do you even trace where that went? And is the government going to really cooperate? I feel like they just reached into his account because, again, once you have money like that, you're not checking on your money every day. Once you get to a certain level, you're not in your bank account like that 24/7 because you know the money's there. Now, if you have $50 in your account, you're checking every, 2 hours, like, damn, what I got left? Do I got enough for, you know what I mean? So the people who check their accounts constantly are people who have, who don't have that much money in their account. But once you get to a certain level, you're not checking your balances. You're not checking your accounts constantly because you're assuming the money's there. So if you want to go and purchase a brand new Lamborghini and you have 12 million in your account, you know you can afford it. So he probably went to go make a big purchase and that damn check bounced. I'm going to need Jamaica to figure this out. That ain't right. Y'all not going to do Usain Bolt like that. I'm going to need them to figure this out. Keep us posted, Island Gal. Okay? Keep us posted. Okay? Wasn't the blood clot? I'm mad now. That's some bullshit. I didn't even know about that. I'm going to keep up on that story. I don't like that at all. That sounds like something going on, and it sounds like a lot of people are involved. Somebody said, I'm checking my bank account every hour because I ain't got no money. Y'all are a mess. No, the FDIC. Okay, let's talk about the FDIC. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Because a lot of people are like, oh, the FDIC insures for $250,000. The problem is when you have more than $250,000, they're not going to insure it. That's why if you have more than that, you don't want to keep all your money in one bank. Once you hit that $250,000 threshold, you need to open up other accounts and put your money in another bank. Because if you put $500,000 in one bank and that bank, collapses or, something happens, they're only legally obligated to cover 250. So your other 250 is just gone. And let's keep it real. People don't want to have this conversation. If everybody was to now go to the bank and pull out their money, everybody who has more than $250,000 in the bank, if something was to happen, to the financial system, it's already been proven that they can't even cover it. If the financial system collapsed and everybody wanted their insurance of $250,000 from the FDIC, they don't even have enough money to cover everybody who's in the banking system. But folks, I'm ready for that conversation. Thank you, Potic Pen. Yes, they don't. So yeah, so don't be too reliant on the FDIC. And I don't know if they have FDIC in Jamaica, but if America can only afford to cover 250,000, I don't think Jamaica is going to be able to cover, millions of dollars, I'm saying, of insurance to insure the money because our cap is 250,000. So if somebody in Jamaica can write, what do y'all have FDIC? What is y'all's cap? Somebody says the UCUI covers 250 per suffix. He needs a credit union. I thought that was a Jamaican bank. Yeah, no, that's way too much money. That's way too much money. I'm sorry, I had to be at the Jamaican embassy. I'd have to be at the governor's palace. Somebody got some explaining to do. Y'all got 2 weeks to come up with my 12 million. That is bullshit. That is crazy. Somebody said FDIC clot. I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. Not the FDIC clot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm gonna follow because y'all know I love finance, honey. That's my background. So I'm definitely gonna stay on top of that Usain Bolt story. We got to find out what the hell happened to his $12 million. I am now invested. Okay, that's crazy. You got 2 weeks. Jamaica, y'all got 2 weeks to get that man his $12 million. I'm saying it. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Oh, Miss Monique, thank you so much. Miss Monique be going in, honey. She said $299. Thank you so much, sis, for always supporting. She comes through like every stream. She don't never leave a comment. She just drops her $299. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Monique is single-handedly helping this channel just keep going. I appreciate it because YouTube stay hating, honey. So thank you, Miss Monique. Let's see here. Daniel Senpai says boys will be boys is not an excuse, people. Seriously. Who's saying boys will be boys? Yeah, no, boys will not be boys. You act up, boy, you need your ass whooped. We need to get out that mentality. I hate that boys will be boys mentality. No, everybody needs to be held accountable, male or female. Let's see here. I am Honey P. Oh, no, I seen that. I seen that one already. Shan says, is $250K per account at a bank or just per person at a bank? Thank you for the super chat. The $250K protects that person. So even if you have different accounts, so let's say you have $100K in your savings, $100K in your check-ins, $100K in different stocks, bonds, and stuff like that. So let's say you have a total of $500K in your account. It's only going to cover $200K. That's all they cover is $250,000. So that's why you have to understand once you get to a certain point, you have to move your money around. You don't want all your money, especially at damn Wells Fargo, child. You don't want all your money just sitting in one bank because all banks can only cover so much because you figure they're dealing with millions and millions of dollars. So they can only cover so much. So you want to move it around. Somebody said, don't forget joint accounts too. I've never had a joint account. I don't play that, so I don't know. I can't speak for joint accounts. Bro better have his own account. I have my own account. So I don't do the joint. Even when I was married, I don't do the joint. I don't do joint accounts. So I can't speak on joint accounts. I don't know how that works. But joint your ass over and go get a joint. I'm not doing no joint account. Sorry. To each his own. Now we can maybe have a family account. We put, a little pot in for savings, but I'm gonna have my account. You're gonna have your account. I can't speak on joints. I'm stupid. Sorry, y'all. Just keeping it real. Let's see here. Scorpion said 999 says, did you mention Jaguar Wright? You know damn why I mentioned no Jaguar Wright. Scorpion vibes being messy. There wasn't nobody talking about no Jaguar Wright. But we can talk about Jaguar, right? Dang, I've been on here already an hour. Ooh, time be flying, child. I watched her get arrested. I don't know what's going on with her, to be honest with you. I haven't done any videos on her in years. I've noticed she came back, I think maybe about a month or so ago. She was doing interviews on that. I forget the YouTube channel's name, but it's the one with that blue couch with the pretty lights in the background. And she was on there. I think I watched maybe like 30 minutes of it. She was talking about where she's been, kind of ranting and raving. I've seen other clips over the past few weeks, and I'm gonna keep it real. She's gotten very angry. Even like before, she used to kind of like just kind of spill tea or give her opinion. But the few times I ran across little clips of her, like on YouTube Shorts, it's like she's going off, she's snapping. It's not coming from a place of I'm just spilling tea or just, trying to inform people. It's coming from a place of anger and a place of like, she's very upset at like Jay-Z and the system and everything else. So my homeboy ended up sending me a link on Sunday of her being arrested. I guess her and her husband and some other man, whatever, they were fighting. I don't know these people. I don't know the guy. They're saying that he's part of some cult. But what I did notice is this, right? Yeah, I find it very interesting. Not everybody's so spiritual. I was seeing a lot of people talking about, oh, it's demons. And, he's brought spirits into her life. And, she's demonically possessed. She took ashes of her dead son that why they were in her car, I don't know. And she started rubbing on her face. They said she was throwing ashes at people. And y'all know I'm a very spiritual person. Y'all know I talk deep. I'm very esoterical. But I had to also keep it real. Everything is not demonic possession. Everything is not demons. There's a such thing as people having mental health problems. And the fact that people keep on they're feeding the beast with all the attention that they're giving her. It's feeding into her delusions. What I saw is a mental health breakdown. I didn't see demons. Even when she was speaking in that weird deep voice and I want to kill him, and looked like somebody who's having like a bipolar meltdown. But again, that's the internet. They'll sit and watch this. This is fuel for fodder. It's clicks, views. People don't really care about her mental health or her situation. For them, it's just exploiting her. It's exploitation. And they're just watching her go down a downward spiral. I stopped checking for her because after a while, nothing she was saying was making sense. I think she's a beautiful woman. She has a beautiful voice. I initially was rooting for her because I thought she was going to take that opportunity when she came back and she was telling her truth with what she went through with the Roots and, Common and all these people. I thought at that point she was going to take that opportunity. You have all eyes on you. Start a YouTube channel. Now that you have people, you're introducing yourself to another generation of people. Because I didn't really know who she was. I didn't know her like that, So you're introducing yourself to not only people my age who didn't really grow up on Jaguar Wright, to a new generation. So why not start a YouTube channel and make it about the music? She can still sing. She has a beautiful voice. But see, people aren't really in it because they want her to sing and be positive and live a happy, healthy life. People like the drama and the fuck shit. So when she was releasing music, most people didn't buy it. They didn't support it. But when she wants to get on her soapbox and blast Jay-Z and blast Mary J. Blige and just say some really, really crazy stuff, here come all the clicks and views. So I don't know. I feel bad. I hope she gets the help that she needs. But everything is not demonic activity. I'm sorry. From what I'm hearing, they're homeless. They're living in the car. The other boy that's running with them, they said he's homeless, going from place to place. I see 3 people, I guess, who are struggling and being exploited, and they're allowing themselves to be exploited because they don't have to go on all these channels and do hobo interviews, So it was sad watching that. It was sad watching that and watching her rub her son's ashes on her face, like, as a mother of boys, I couldn't even imagine what she's going through, being a mother, losing your child, But I feel bad for her. I do. I just think she's around the wrong people. I think she's around people who want to exploit her. They want her, and I don't know if she's getting paid from these interviews, if these people who are allowing her to come on their platform are cutting her a check, I don't know. But let's say she's getting paid and you're getting paid to say the most outrageous stuff with no proof, with no receipts. Because her stories have gotten crazier and crazier is what I'm trying to say. Before it was like, okay, things that you could really see happening that make sense. And now it's just these wild tales. So I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said the young one, Solar, is a part of a cult. See, I don't know anything about him. Somebody said Solar is trying to exploit Jag's status for Cash App donations. I know people almost had a taste of the industry and they're all crazy. Yeah. And maybe he's also, exploiting her. And if he's part of a cult, maybe he's dabbling in occult stuff. I don't know. But I feel like it's easy to just be like, oh, it's demons. It's like not everybody, everything is demons. Everything is not demons. At some point in time too, you have to look at, real life situations and real life mental health. And that's the vibe I was getting. I was getting mental health issues as opposed to demon possession. But again, what do I know? He's out of Nature Boy's cult. Oh, the one that was sleeping with his child in front of other adults, the weirdo that got arrested because he had that cult of crazies on the internet. Wow. I didn't know he was a part of that cult. Yeah, she's going to have to remove herself from certain people. She's going to have to, she wants to get better and be in a better space. Because I know she took a break off the internet. She was gone for a long time. Maybe she needs another break, but she needs to really reevaluate her inner circle and reevaluate the people that are trying to run with her. Are they really trying to run with her because they want the best for her? Or are they attaching themselves to her because she's controversial? But yeah, it was sad. I saw it. I saw the video. It was sad. But like I said, I'm not gonna, everything is not demonic possession to me. To me, that looked like a mental health breakdown. And from what I heard, they put her in the crazy ward. So I don't know. Somebody said the music industry sent him. What music industry sent him? Who is he? I've never heard of him. Does he sing? Is he a rapper? Like who in the industry sent this man? I've never heard of him. From what y'all are saying, he was in a cult. So what, did Jay-Z tap him on the shoulder and say, go corrupt her? Like y'all's conspiracies don't be matching. Like I'm being like, does he sing? Who sent him? If the industry, y'all, you can't just write stuff and say the music industry sent him. Who is he? Who? Sound like a damn owl. Who is he? Who sent him? So Rock Nation tapped a homeless Dusty, because when I heard they're all homeless. So Rock Nation tapped a homeless Dusty to infiltrate her inner circle. That doesn't even make any sense. Somebody says, sorry to this man. Yeah, in my Kiki Palmer voice, because I don't know who the hell that is. For somebody to be tagged. Y'all put everything on Rock Nation, child. Y'all starting to sound like Tory Lane's daddy. Rock Nation! Yeah, that's the new scapegoat. My video was demonetized. Rock Nation did it. Like, yeah, Rock Nation is a new scapegoat. So Rock Nation tapped some man that I've never even heard of on the shoulder and said, infiltrate, and we're going to use you. Stop. I think if they really wanted to infiltrate, they would do it a more professional way, maybe acting like they want to sign her to a Rock Nation deal. And you remember how they kind of did Roseanne, how Roseanne was woke and was blasting the industry. And then they gave her the Roseanne show to come back to. And then, she was tweeting all that bullshit on Twitter, and they literally put her through a whole humiliation situation. I could see them doing something like that. I don't see them tapping this homeless cult leader. I don't see it, but good luck. Good luck. I just hope she finds time for herself. I just hope that she finds time for herself and just gets away from people exploiting her. Because that's what I see. I see a lot of exploitation. I think she's going through stuff mentally, and people are just exploiting that. But like I said, she's a beautiful lady. She can sing. And I really wish she would have took that opportunity when she came back into the public consciousness and she had people's attention. I really wish she would have took that opportunity to create a channel and really just make content of substance. She could have been on her channel teaching folks how to sing, teaching people how to write music. People are always willing to, watch and learn and pay for courses. So she really could have really leveled things in her own favor. And she didn't do that. All I saw was her kind of getting into it with people and going from platform to platform and just blasting people. And sometimes too, somebody said, woke people always be homeless. Oh, y'all are a mess. Sometimes too, when people are too angry at certain industries, when you have nothing positive to say about anything, after a while, to me, it can come off as bitterness. Like you're mad that you're not in that space. It's not that you're trying to wake people up. You're being vengeful. You're being spiteful. You're mad it's not you. That's the vibe I started getting after a while. So once I started getting that, I checked out. So good luck to her, though. It's sad. It's really sad. When she called Mary J. Blige a Tatiana, I was like, yeah, next. Yeah, it was like a lot of Mary J. slander. It was just weird. Let's see here. I am the son, says Auntie said, joint account. In my Soldier Boy voice, just got home from work and everyone is asleep. Glad to see a familiar face. Stay great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know nothing about no joint account, child. Heard of joints. Joint account. Me no speak no English. I don't know about no joint account. I can't speak on that, but good luck to those who have joint accounts. Let's see here. NC Cool Scat says, showing love from Charlotte, South Park, not Albemarle Road. No, you didn't. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, is Albemarle Road in Charlotte still hood as hell? I remember when I first moved down there, I lived off of Albemarle Road at Sunset. What was it? Sailboat Bay Apartments. We were there not even 3 months. I stacked up my cash and got the hell off of Albemarle Road. And then we moved to South Charlotte. Yes, I miss Charlotte so much. South Park. I know that's right. South Park is beautiful. Look, Miss P says, yep, it's still ghetto. Albemarle Road, man. I ain't been in Charlotte in a few years. I need to come back down there. I miss Charlotte. I miss all my peoples down there. I thought Albemarle Road was middle. No, Albemarle Road is hood. That's East Charlotte. East Charlotte is hood. South Charlotte is the bougie area, and then you have Uptown. Yeah, I miss Charlotte. Charlotte was a beautiful city. It's changed a lot, though. It's changed a whole lot. Let's see here. Jay says more info came out about the 14-year-old Dallas girl who killed the 11-year-old boy. Apparently, the boy was the other 14-year-old girl's brother, and their mom was there. We posted that story about the 14-year-old. These kids are off the chain. I'm going to play for y'all. Give me just a second. Let me know if y'all can't hear. Hopefully y'all still can hear because it's still on the same thing. No? Okay, hold on. Can y'all hear or not? No? Okay, no sound. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and show it another way. Hold up. Somebody says Betty's Ford Road. Oh, I know you in Charlotte. I forgot about Betty's Ford. Okay, hold on. Hopefully y'all can hear it now.
Family of an 11-year-old boy shot and killed in East Oak Cliff on Sunday pleads for people to stop the violence. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. DeEvan McFall was shot Sunday afternoon, an innocent bystander, when a gun was fired during a fight between two girls. Fox 4's Sean Rabb live near the apartment complex where it happened tonight. Sean.
Yeah, and we just heard from the family. Let me tell you, though, Steve, right off the top, all of the facts about what happened Sunday are still clouded. Police won't tell us all, and the family, though they know, aren't yet ready to share that information. Here's what we do know. Two girls were fighting around 2 o'clock. Now a 14-year-old is in the Henry Wade Juvenile Justice Center charged with murder, and the family's lost an 11-year-old child.
He was naturally athletic. He was very talented. He loved to make people smile. He was a great child.
Through the pain of losing her 11-year-old son, De'Evan McFall, to gun violence, Vashanti Settles tells us who he was. De'Evan McFall died after being shot Sunday at Southern Oaks Apartments in Oak Cliff. Everybody wants to know what happened yesterday. Can you tell us some of that?
I really can't go into details about that because it's an ongoing investigation. It's just something that went wrong.
Police won't yet give details either, but a witness tells us 2 girls were fighting and one got a gun.
And I don't know how the tussle had happened to where the girl got the gun, but she did. And she shot the boy.
A 14-year-old girl sits at the Henry Wade Juvenile Justice Center charged with murder. Compounding the tragedy, her family and this family have been close-knit for years.
Most of them have grown up together with each other. Kind of like back in the old days, everybody at my house, everybody over at their house.
I just saw him last month at my house.
Lois Williams' grandmother, De'Evan, nicknamed her Gigi. Her message from a broken heart.
I never get to hear my baby say, Gigi, I love you, as he walking out the door. I never get to see his dimples. Please, people, stop killing each other.
Let me come back on the screen. That is just horrible. I had seen Madia posted that earlier, but that was my first time watching it. That is just, whew. And the thing that's sad is that you have these kids out here that are fighting. Where are they getting all these guns from? You know, that's been a problem for a while. And why are these kids feeling like, especially you got girls now who are now feeling like it's okay to go and grab a gun to resolve their issues, just like the boys. And they're saying that the 11-year-old, he was just a bystander. He was watching the fight and he ended up getting hit. It's insane. That's why a lot of times too, I've always told like my kids and my nieces and nephews, sometimes it's not even worth it to sit around and watch fights, especially fights that are outside. It's one thing if it's in the school cafeteria, but especially fights that are outside, it's better to just walk off because you don't know what that person who might be losing has, and they pull out a gun and they get the shooting. It's always a random person who ends up getting hit. Because the same thing happened here on the north side in Minneapolis a few years ago. There was a big fight at the park and the little boy was losing. He pulled out a gun and a young girl, she was about 13, 14. She ended up getting shot. And she was just an onlooker, you know, watching the fight happen. So sometimes when people just start acting a fool like that and start fighting, and it's just better to walk off because it's always the innocent person that gets hit. That is just sad, especially only being 14 years old. That's sick. So now before I go, because I've been out here already an hour, we got over 9,000 people in here. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I do want to get on the whole topic about PNB Rock, his baby's mother. Before I do that, I do have to play an ad, child. Y'all know everything's demonetized. More and more YouTubers have ads on their videos. It's a shame. Give me just a second here. I think the kids are home. I hear the garage. All right, y'all. We have a commercial break. Here we go. Picture it. You have a bunch of symptoms. Your head is hurting. You're not feeling good. You don't know if you have the common cold or C19. So you're Googling and Googling your symptoms, and you end up going down this TikTok rabbit hole where you're given all of this advice from so-called experts. So if you don't know, there are way better ways to get answers to your questions and to get the care that you deserve from trusted professionals and not random people on the internet. ZocDoc is the only free app that allows you to find and book doctors that are patient reviewed. They take all insurances and they are available whenever you need them. And they basically can treat anything under the sun. So book an appointment with just a few taps of the app and start feeling a lot better with ZocDoc. And with ZocDoc, there are no alarms. There's no surprises. Make sure you go on to ZocDoc.com/sitslow. Once you get on there, you want to go ahead and download the app for free and then find a top-rated doctor Book an appointment with them and start feeling better today. Many appointments are available in less than 24 hours. So once again, go on to ZocDoc.com/6slow. Once again, go on to ZocDoc.com/6slow to start feeling better today. All right. Okay, I'm back. Yes, they are. YouTube is restructuring their monetization program. So they are not monetizing as many videos. Basically, YouTube is going broke, child. We've been saying that for a while. There's not even a reason why they're demonetizing stuff at this point. You submit something for monetization, they're like, oh, demonetize. I think at this point they're doing it to save money. But it's like every other YouTuber I watch, everybody's having to do ads now. It's getting that bad. But ZocDocs is good. You can go on there and find a doctor and stuff like that. I'm gonna hit on the Boosie situation too. I'm gonna talk about that. Somebody said Philip DeFranco's going through it. Please, he's a triple millionaire. Because again, a lot of the big YouTubers, they've been getting a bag. Their sponsorships, trust me, when they're reading out ads, they're getting several $1,000s. Remember, Graham Steffens was getting 50 grand an ad. That ad I just played was not 50 grand. Trust and believe. So yeah, okay. But anyways, but yeah, there's just gonna be more ads and videos because I still want to be able to create content. I still want to be able to live stream with you guys. So if I know stuff is gonna be demonetized, well, we'll just run ads and get support from the people. So thank you guys for y'all super chats and y'all support. So first, okay, before we get on to PNB Rock, let me talk about Lil Boosie, okay? Lil Boosie, honey, he was trending all over Twitter yesterday. They were roasting him because supposedly his daughter, Crunchy Black, is that her name? Or is that something Black? Or is Crunchy Black from Six Mafia? I think Crunchy Black is from Six Mafia. What's her? It's something Black is her name. Pretty Black. I'm sorry. I meant Pretty Black. I said Crunchy Black. Crunchy Black is the man from Six Mafia. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up the blacks, honey. Just like the damn murders and the littles. Her name is Pretty Black. All right. Pretty Black is the little girl that came out. Y'all remember? I told y'all niggas. He coming home today. That's her, okay? Well, she's all grown up. Pretty Black is all grown up. And so he was trending yesterday because allegedly Pretty Black done came out as gay. Let me share my screen, honey. Oh, let me share my screen. So y'all see Boosie face? Why they do his face like that? So they're saying, he's upset because she just came out as gay. And remember, he was going in on D Wade's kid. So this was her when she was little, Pretty Black. Okay, hold on. That's her now. Okay, so that's her now. She's all grown up. That was a little girl that used to be in that car. Hold on, let me go back. That's her. That's her now. So y'all can see. So now, yesterday, she posted this. That's her girlfriend. She wrote the girl name and says, endlessly in love with you. Okay. And that's her. She kind of gives, tomboy vibes. But she was raised around Boosie, so she's probably raised to be more hardcore. But I'm going to say this. A lot of people were going in on him. A lot of folks were saying, oh, that's what he gets. He be talking about gay people. His daughter's gay now. That's what he gets. Karma. I'm gonna say this. First of all, this is me keeping it real. Y'all get mad if y'all want to. I don't trust young lesbians. Okay, let me be honest. And I told this to my gay friends today. I don't trust young lesbians. Okay, a lot of little young lesbians be experimenting, be doing a little girl on girl shit. I would believe that she's a full blown lesbian 5 years from now. Because usually they'll experiment and, it's cute. And, I kissed a girl and I liked it. And then you fast forward 5 years later, they be pregnant and got babies and a man. Well, damn, I thought you was gay. I'm not gay no more. I got a whole husband. They will cuss you out. Revisit a young lesbian 5 years later. She'll cuss you out like she was never damn gay. Like, oh, didn't you have whatever happened to your girlfriend? I didn't have no damn girlfriend. That was just a phase. I's married now. I got a child. I'm a mother. I don't trust young lesbians. I'm keeping it real. I'm not saying she can't be gay. I'm not saying that's not her girlfriend. What I am saying is I will revisit this 5 years from now, okay? Because young lesbians be the biggest flip-floppers. Am I lying? Y'all are in the chat cracking up. I'm for real. Because all the girls I even knew back in the day who, they were gay and swinging, and I got a girlfriend knocked up, married with kids. And like I said, if you even bring up like their pet, like whatever happened to that? Remember you was dating Amber? Whatever happened? Amber, we would not say Amber's name. That was a phase. Oh, they will cuss you out. They were the main ones, honey. So somebody said Domo Wilson. Domo ain't gay. Once that the gay people, they're not gay no more. Hold up now. Weren't that the gay couple that everybody had on a pedestal and they had adopted a baby and then one of them wanted to give the baby back? So Domo is not gay? They said she's not gay no more. So now she's straight. Okay, that's... Again, I'm writing my assessment. I don't take young lesbians seriously. A lot of them be going through phases. And that's why I be telling people who are really... If you know that's who you are and you've been gay since kindergarten, that's your business. But don't allow these little vicarious people, men and women, to use you. Because they'll use you to get off. Like, oh, I just wanted to see. And then we'll act like you never existed. Don't let people use you. Yeah, for a lot of people, be a phase. Are y'all saying that young MA is straight now? Are y'all just... Okay, so Domo is now straight. Y'all keep writing young MA. Young MA is gay, ain't she? Or did she go to men now? Somebody keeps writing young M.A. I haven't checked on young M.A. in a while, so I don't, Oh, Amber Heard's another one. Amber Heard and her girlfriend. I'm a lesbian. Then we find out she was fucking Elon Musk, fucking all types of dick. Well, damn, this ain't lesbian-like. I thought lesbians didn't like peen. Yeah, Amber Heard was the main one. She was a proud lesbian 5 years ago. Somebody said, stop confusing tea. Let me look up Young M.A. because y'all keep writing her name. What she look like? Now, I ain't seen her in a long time. Young M.A. She wearing dresses and shit. Did she get a hair weave? On her Instagram. Let me share my page with y'all. Hold on. Young M.A. She still looks like a man. What y'all talking about? Why y'all bringing up her name? She looks like a dude. I thought I was about to see her in the dress. What are y'all talking about? Why y'all bring up her name? She still looks like a lesbian. Okay. Is she still... I haven't heard her music in a while. I haven't heard no music from her. I'm sure she's still rapping, though. I like Young M.A., though. She has swag. I don't want to click on none of her music. I don't want it to pull me down. So why was y'all writing her name in here like I was about to go to her page and see her in a 30-inch lace front and some high heels? Yep, Sin and Erica, perfect example. how they both were playing that whole lesbian role and, oh, we're pretty and we look just alike and we're sexy lesbians. And then if you bring it up to Sin, she ready to fight. If you bring it up to Erica, she ready to fight. So like I said, I see a lot of people celebrating this and saying that this is Boosie's karma and his daughter's gay and that's what he gets. All I'm going to say is this. She can do what she want to do. Boosie's daughter is grown. She's over the age of 18. But I'm not going to take it as, you know, she's just a, you know, a staunch lesbian. Like I said, I'll come back in 5 years and see where she's at. Because a lot of these people be playing. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back 5 years later, they don't have kids and all they know is dick. So I'm not buying it. But good luck to Pretty Black. She looks like she's happy in her new relationship. So good luck to her. Let's see here. T Smalls. Did I read this? Said, okay. I used to listen to her music, but when she started dropping all kinds of tea, she started to sound really bitter. It's sad because she's really talented. Okay, you talking about Jaguar Wright. Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much. Fanta sent 1999. Thank you so much, Fanta. I appreciate you. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's something A and more. Says T, have you heard any updates on Brandy's health? No, I haven't followed up on anything concerning Brandy, but I hope she gets better soon. But thank you for the super chat, love. Let's see here. Shelly J says Tory Lane's daddy with his sprayed on hair and side part. Someone please tell him to let it go. Oh yeah, because he's always screaming about Rock Nation. Thank you for the super chat, love. Dexter Davis says, when we get married, we don't have to merge our accounts. LOL. I got the bills though. Who is Dexter? We get married. Okay, Dexter. How you doing? Dexter said he don't need to be a part of my joint account. I know that's right, because you wasn't going to be able to. But I'm here for the shotgun wedding. What's up? Y'all are a mess. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Appreciate you. Jared Unknown says, hey, Auntie, did you see the police kicked out the man of the Mall of America for having a Jesus shirt? Not sure if he was attention seeking or not. You know what? We could talk about that real quick before we get on to that other topic. Because I'm here in Minnesota. People be wanting attention. And he wasn't kicked out because he was wearing a Jesus shirt. He was kicked out because the back of his shirt was basically going in on other people's, like, on the back, it was saying other stuff. They're making it seem like it was just about the front of his shirt, but if you look at the back of his shirt, was showing a lot of derogatory stuff. I'm trying to find something that shows the back of his shirt. That's what people are not picking up on. Because again, we live in such a world where people want attention, and let's just make everything, you know, let's hype stuff up. There's like little things on the back of his shirt. I'm trying to find a good angle of it. Okay, here we go. Where he's crossing out other people's religions and other people's sexuality. And that's what people aren't talking about. Okay, let me share my screen. I found it. Give me just a second. Okay. So this is a man from the Mall of America. Let me see if I can play this video. Hold on. How do I raise this video up? Okay. Now I want to freeze. Man, if you don't come on, they probably want to play an ad or some shit. Okay, now it wants to freeze up.
Here,
okay.
You need to take that shirt off. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with my t-shirt? It is religious soliciting. There is no soliciting allowed on law property, which is private property. We've had yes, no talks. Exactly. What is wrong with my t-shirt?
Okay, this audio is trash. I don't know. Y'all can listen to it on Twitter. New York Post, get it together. But if you look at the back of his shirt, so yeah, the front says Jesus saves, right? But the issue was the back. Because on the back of his shirt, he's crossing out like Muslims, it's like the Jewish sign is here. It's like all of these signs have meaning. I'm trying to see if there's somebody had broke it down. It's like all of these signs have meanings. But if you look at the back of his shirt, there's a bunch of like different signs, and it's basically crossing all this out. So it's saying like basically Jesus, Christianity is the only way, and all these other religions, genders, and all this other stuff is bad. So that was the controversy. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be allowed to wear what he wants to wear. I could care less. Only white folks were looking at his shirt and getting mad. Because, Chad, if I'd have been there, I'd been minding my business shopping, okay? I don't really look at people's shirts, and I don't care. But that's what it was. I didn't want it to just where people think it's just because they were spinning it like, oh, Christians are being attacked. It was just because he was wearing a Jesus Save shirt. No, it was what was on the back of his shirt. You know what I'm saying? That bothered some people. So just to kind of give more context to it, it was the back of his shirt. I think if he would just worn a plain Jesus Save shirt, that should have been fine. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a war going out here. Freedom of speech, honey, is not so free, even at the Mall of America, I guess. Somebody says, is crossing out all religions? Are all religions coming together as one world religion? I don't know, but some of this stuff on there wasn't all religions. Some of it had to do with like gender and stuff too. Like I said, me personally, yeah, thank you, Casey. Had I been at the mall, I probably wouldn't even have noticed him and wouldn't have cared. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of Karens, honey. They done ran and got top flight security. Do you see his shirt? He needs to leave now. Black folks was there shopping, eating Cinnabons, drinking Orange Julius's. We didn't give a shit. Well, nobody but Karen. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about PNB Rock's baby's mother. So her name is Stephanie. I'm assuming she's half Cambodian. I know she's half Asian, but her last name sounds like a Cambodian last name. Sibo, I don't know, it just sounds Cambodian to me. I have Cambodian friends, and that just sounds like a Cambodian last name. I don't want to butcher it. But she is on the internet, and she's basically admitting that PNB Rock did not have any life insurance, and she's saying that she's struggling and all this stuff. It's about a 15-minute video. We're not going to watch the whole 15 minutes. We will watch maybe 2-3 minutes. We're not going to watch the whole 15. So let me hit play and scroll up.
Just the beginning. Like, seriously, this is just the beginning. And I just want to express my gratitude. I'm so grateful for y'all for supporting me. Like, it just means everything, because it's been tough. It's been hard. It's been tough. Let's see what y'all talking about. But yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, thank you so much for supporting Angel Energy. Thank you so much. If you purchased a hoodie from me, if you've been reposting my prayers, if you've been praying for me and my family, thank you so much. Like, that means everything. Like, and it's just been tough without no help, without, my protector and my provider here. But it's really like, I'm just letting God use me. I'm just trusting God's plan. Like, I'm just being obedient. Like, if that's what God wants, then, like, have your way. Like, if that's what you want, have your way. Like, I ain't about to cry, like, yeah, so I'm just being obedient. It's been tough. It's been hard. But thank you. If you've been supporting me, like, because that's how I take care of my family. That's how I take care of everybody around me. Like, if you know me, like, I take care of everybody around me, like, everybody. So thank you. Oh yeah, look at my nails. Okay, I love y'all. I did not want to do this video. Oh yeah, and then for the hoodies, speaking of being obedient, so I got the hoodies, And God was like, go up, quadruple the price. I'm like, like, no, like, I'm trying to get them up. I just spent my last money on these hoodies. I need them to buy these hoodies. He like, no, you have to trust in yourself and believe in yourself. Like, this is where faith step in at. So I made the hoodies go up quadruple more. I was so scared. And they ended up selling. And then I got quadruple more of the inventory than I got last time. I'm scared. I'm like, what if they don't buy them? But I made my money back the first day. I mean, I didn't sell all of them, but I did get a whole bunch of them. So just having faith, being obedient, being transparent, being vulnerable is pushing me to be in alignment with God. And I just appreciate y'all so much. So much. And God is powerful. And I'm not saying I'm strong. I'm magical. This is it's God's hand all on me. Like,
all
seriously,
right. All right, we're done. Let me Chad, I can't do any more of the rambling. Let me go ahead and come back on here. Now, let me say this. I do think that many on the internet who clowned her and blamed her, owe her some type of apology, because it definitely wasn't her fault. But, that she talked for 15 minutes, but I felt like it was more of a commercial for her hoodie. Like, oh, God told me to triple the price. God said, this is my issue. She's saying that, he didn't have life insurance. Most men don't. Young men, unfortunately, they don't. She's saying that she's struggling. The only thing that's helping her right now is the boutique. Everything's on her to take care of her daughter. Yeah, that's you're not his wife. So I'm just, like, again, when we say things, y'all want to go off and say that we're old fashioned. But when people say stop being a baby's mother, you have to be a wife, because when you're a wife, there's certain benefits that you get, like Social Security and things like that. But folks aren't ready for that conversation. This is what happens when you're not a wife and you're a baby's mother or a girlfriend. You don't get any of that stuff. That either goes directly to the family or to the label. Okay? Another thing that's very interesting is, again, this is why I say, do not envy or look at any of these relationships as relationship goals. Because one of the things that they used to do all the time, her and PNB Rock, was stunt. They'd go around showing like all their jewelry and going to like buy purses, going on exotic vacations. They even said that her net worth was 100 and something, 1.4 million. Let me go ahead and show you this. Okay. So they're saying here that her net worth is 1.4 million, which is clearly a lie. So again, people can put anything on the internet and it doesn't make it so. Because if she was worth 1.4 million, she wouldn't have to triple her hoodie prices and ask for money and stuff like that. But like I said, a lot of times when you saw them, he definitely pampered her. I mean, they were always dressed to the nines, going on vacation, dressed beautifully. One of her birthday parties here. Chanel bags. Here they went to Bora Bora on vacation. I think she was pregnant here. So again, they've done a lot of stuff together. And I think that, she got comfortable. So it's like you have to make sure that if you're going to be the girlfriend, you're putting away a nest egg, or that, I know she started her own business, she's selling hoodies or whatever, clothing. She started her own business, but let's keep it real. Regular women go through this every day. How many girls right now are in the hood and their baby's daddy gets killed and they got to pick up the pieces and still take care of their children? How many women who work customer service, maybe their husband had a heart attack and they still got to figure it out and take care of the children? But again, it's very different if you're married to somebody because you can definitely get benefits. So I hope this situation wakes a lot of people up, because you got all these girls racing to, just have a baby and get a check and be satisfied with that. But when something happens to these men, you get none of that. Even NBA YoungBoy got married, and a lot of people are clowning the baby's mother like, "Oh, you're an idiot. Why would you marry him? He got all them damn kids. He's just going to cheat on you." Well, she was already popping out his babies and being a baby mother anyways. At least she got him to marry her. So in the event something happens to his little violent ass, she'll be able to be okay, unlike the other ones. Because that money only goes so far. You see Nick Cannon's, Haram, they're sitting here having issues. Mariah Carey is trying to get full custody of her children. Mariah Carey's kids will be straight. But if something happens to Nick, will all of these kids be taken care of? Because none of these women are his official wife. It's going to be a lot of paperwork. And, and even with that being said, right, just because you are a wife, you also have to make sure that the man's finances and y'all's joint accounts, right, are together. Look at DMX. He had a wife. She got nothing out the deal, because by the time everything was said and done, he wasn't really worth that much once he died. And whatever was left over went to all of these kids. So that's another thing too. You have to be very, very, he was married. He was married to his last baby's mother. Oh, they weren't married yet? I thought she said they got married. Oh, they weren't married yet? Okay. Because she was saying that there was nothing for her, and I know they were trying to start GoFundMes. I thought he had married her, so they were just engaged. See, them long-ass engagements, child. You can't do them long engagements. Either you're going to shit or get off the pot. We don't need to be engaged for 5 years. Either we're going to get married or we're not. It's that simple. And common law doesn't mean anything. Let me Google. Now some of y'all saying that he was married. Somebody else said it's a hood marriage. Let me Google. Was DMX married? I thought that he was married to her, but maybe he wasn't. Let's see. The only marriage that comes up is to share his first wife. They're not even, child, they didn't even mention the fiance. Look, as soon as you put in with DMX married, I'm thinking they're going to talk about the fiance. They talking about the first wife, Tashira. But they've been divorced for years. So, yeah, I don't. See, well, hold on now. DMX wife explains she's hurt and felt, oh, God. Is this the new wife? No, this is old. Child, let me get about this. But anyways, like I was saying with the whole DMX situation, it was a lot of issues for her because there was really nothing left, So again, you should always make sure that you have a nest egg, and, while you're being splurged on, put money aside, have your own business. And then my thing is this also. There's nothing wrong with just going back to work. Like, why all of a sudden, because somebody has dated somebody famous, all of a sudden, like, just getting a 9-to-5 job is out the question. Like, I don't see anybody coming and clowning her like, oh my God, you're doing customer service. No, she's working to take care of her children. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Because I know a lot of people who've gone through, hardships, and they've lost a loved one, and they just had to work and do what they had to do. I'm not saying she needs to work at McDonald's. I'm not going to say that. But, I'm sure she has other skills. If her business is not working, then sometimes you have to go back out and get a 9-to-5. There's work from home jobs, but I don't think it's the internet's job to, to sustain her lifestyle. That's just the truth. If everything ended online tomorrow, YouTube was like, oh, it's closing down, there's no more YouTube. Guess what? I'm gonna take my ass back to IT. It's just that simple. There's nothing wrong with going back and just working. I mean, if you're struggling, are you gonna is your pride gonna be that great that you're not gonna go back and get a job because you're scared of people seeing you working and clowning you? No, your pride should be wrapped around your children. Fuck what the world has to say. you know? So I don't know. Like I said, I feel bad, but again, it's the internet doesn't owe her anything. I mean, if people want to buy hoodies and that are 3 times the price or donate to a GoFundMe, that's their business. But at the end of the day, this is nothing new. This happens to regular women and men who lose their girlfriends or wives and they're left to be single fathers. This happens to people all the time. That's why, as people, you know, look at getting life insurance. If you can get it, get it. For some people, it is hard to get life insurance, especially if you have like pre-existing conditions. You're probably not going to get life insurance. But if you are healthy, especially if you're a healthy male and you're running out here, you're running around the streets, you're out here doing dirt, you should get life insurance. Don't put that burden on your family. Don't put that burden on your girlfriend, on your mother. I think, you know, as a society, people have gotten very comfortable with GoFundMes. That if something happens, my family would just set up a GoFundMe. Well, what was everybody doing before GoFundMe? Before GoFundMe, people were having real conversations about insurance, life insurance. There was a point, like if you got car insurance, they would send somebody to your home to talk to you about life insurance. They would draw blood in your living room and everything. They don't even do that no more because they look at GoFundMes, you know, like there's a GoFundMe available. So they don't even come and sell you life insurance anymore. Now you got to call and ask about life insurance. Before they would come and, you know, they would sell it, you know, along with like car insurance. So remember that? Yeah. Especially in the South, they come with that whole phlebotomy kit and shit, drawing blood in your living room. Bitch, what? Yeah, people be selling fish plates, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. A jar at the corner. Yeah, everybody's gotten very comfortable with, you know, with the whole FundMe situation. That's what I call them, whole FundMes. Like, whole fund me some money. Chris says, damn, y'all old. Stop. They don't mean that we're old because the insurance people came to the house. This was like in the mid to like the mid 2000s. It wasn't that long ago. You tried it. Okay, that was like 2008. Okay, that wasn't that long ago. You tried it. Yeah, Allstate will come to your door with a phlebotomy kit. Because they had to draw your blood, make sure you didn't have, like, you know, any pre-existing conditions, HIV, stuff like that. And then you would get life insurance. If you couldn't get it through your job. If not, you just get it through your job. They tried it, talking about y'all old. This wasn't in the 60s. This was like in 2008. But like I said, since everybody has access to GoFundMe, they don't do it no more because they just figure y'all just going to put up a GoFundMe. If y'all want insurance, call us. So we're not coming to you. Somebody said that man was coming to my house every month. Yeah, y'all think I'm lying. Especially in the South. That was a big thing. They would come to your home and have the whole kit ready to dry your blood. They had a phlebotomy kit. Yeah, they would dry your blood and everything. And then they'd be like, well, we'll get back to you in about 2 weeks and let you know if you've been approved for insurance. Yeah. So I be remembering just everything. I swear I don't be forgetting shit. Let me read some of these super chats. I think y'all was cleaning up some stuff on Boosie's daughter. Let me see here. Shan says 100% facts. I went to an all-girls college. I went co-ed my senior year, and all the lesbian women all of a sudden had boyfriends. Half of the women's basketball team was hot. That is too funny. Hold on. My page refreshed. That is Lavanya, his oldest daughter, not Pretty Black. Okay, so they're two different people. I always thought she was Pretty Black. Okay. So I guess Lavanya is his oldest, and Pretty Black, who I called Crunchy Black Child, is a different child. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up, Osodi. Appreciate you. Camille H says, Ellen DeGeneres ex, rest in peace, I think wasn't a lesbian when they broke up. Anne Heche, yeah. I think when she came out, was that when she was dating Anne Heche, when she came out with the whole, yup, I'm gay? And then all of a sudden, Anne Heche decided she wasn't gay no more, child. Let's see here. Okay, then also says, everybody in Baton Rouge has been saying that about Ivy for years. Go look at her pictures growing up. Okay, so she's always giving lesbian teas. But like I said, I'm still going to wait because, again, people be switching up by the time they get older. I'm going to just say that. So I'm going to still wait. Because she's still young. She's like, what, 20, if that? Let's see here. Melanin Queen says, not tea, drinking orange Julius's. You can tell you black. You had me dying because that's exactly what we get. Oh, yeah, at the mall. Get an orange Julius and a Cinnabon. That's somebody, who the hell noticed his shirt? Like, I don't be looking at people out like that at the mall. I walk around, do what I got to do. Give me a Cinnabon and an orange Julius, and then I'm out. I've been on the drive at the mall just to go get a Cinnabon. Things is good. They're expensive, though, now. I had to have a whole lecture. I had a whole conversation with this young man at the Cinnabon place. And he was like, if you don't get out my line, that shit was almost $7, because I like the extra frosting. It was $7.50 total. I said, are you kidding me right now? He's like, yeah, $7.50. I said, do you know when I was young? Okay. When I used to come back here when I was in high school, Cinnabons were $2.50. For $5, me and my best friend could get 2 Cinnabons and we would split the frosting because the frosting was like 50 cents. For $5, we could get 2 Cinnabons and a thing of frosting. He was literally looking at me like, okay, what do you want me to do, ma'am? I was like so upset. I said, I know there's nothing you can do. I said, but this is nonsense. $7.50 for a Cinnabon and extra frosting when I used to be able to get 2 for $5. He was like, ma'am, do you want the extra frosting or not? I was like, go ahead and put it in the bag. Man, Cinnabons, man, they're like crack. I still love them after all these years. But yeah, when he said $7.50, I was like, I could not believe it. I was in shock that they've gone up that much in price. In a minute, they'll be $10. And I think once they hit $10, I gotta leave my Cinnabon addiction. I don't eat them a lot, because they're very fattening. But I'll get one like, every few months, if I want to like treat myself, I'll go to the mall and go get a Cinnabon. But yeah, I gave him a long lecture. I know he was like, ma'am, there's other people online. Somebody said they're $8 in Canada. Oh, hell no. That's crazy. Yeah, but that's how old as hell. Back in my day, man, back in the 90s, you could get 2 Cinnabons. They were $2.50 a piece, $5. Somebody said get the minis. The minis aren't the same. We're not going to do that. And I don't like the ones that they cut, the middles. Oh, this is just a cup full of middles. Ugh. I like the full big Cinnabon, and I'm the type I have to pick. So you're not, and if there's only one left, I'm such a Cinnabon snob. I know they hate when I pull up. If there's one left warming, I don't want it. When will the fresh ones come out the oven? In about 5 minutes. I'll wait. I am a Cinnabon snob. And then once they pull it out the oven, I need to pick. And I'm looking for the biggest, roundest one. They be like, they get the cut. The one furthest to the left. I know they can't stand when I pull up to Cinnabon. Oh, yeah. Nope. I got to pick my Cinnabon and it has to come fresh out the oven. And then when you pull it out, you put in the box, all that extra cinnamon, that cinnamony goodness, scoop it up, put it on top of my Cinnabon. I need more cinnamon goodness. Scoop it. I want that whole, scoop it up. I love my Cinnabons, child. I cannot believe they are $7.50. So yes, scoop it up, slap it on there. We don't do funnel cakes. That's a Cali thing. The only time even eating funnel cakes are like at a fair. They're messy, powdered sugar gets all over your outfit. I don't like funnel cakes like that. Then they get all hard. Nope, Cinnabons. I don't do Auntie M's pretzels. Ugh, I don't like pretzels at all. I do not like pretzels at all. I don't like the crunchy pretzels. I don't like the big soft pretzels. Ugh, I hate pretzels. Just Cinnabons. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. Krispy Kremes are good. We have some Krispy Kremes up here. But yeah, those are good. Somebody said, wow, you don't like pretzels? No, I don't. I've never liked them. Auntie M, I don't like the cinnamon. I tried them sweet. You know, I like took a piece from somebody. Gross. It's not a Cinnabon. I do not like pretzels. It's just, I think it's like the color of them. They're like the same color as my hands. I just feel like I'm eating black people hands. I do not, it's something with pretzels, especially like the pretzel sticks. They look like fingers. It's something subconscious. I do not like pretzels. Even when I eat Gardettos, the pretzels that are in the bag, I throw them. I have a bag, I just throw, get out of here. I throw them in the trash. Like I'll have like a whole thing of pretzels, just throw them in the trash. I do not like pretzels. They just remind me of like my fingers. Like they're like the same color as my hands. I feel like I'm eating my fingers. I do not like pretzels. It's something about it. I can't do them. Hey, how they're like bent. They just look like arms and fingers. Ugh. It's been like this since I was a kid. I cannot do pretzels. Ick. My son likes pretzels. I'm like, oh, and then they stink. I hate pretzels. Oh, they smell horrible. They look like folded people's arms. I just do not like. They give me nightmares. I feel like I'm eating black people's fingers. I do not like pretzels. Ew. Mm-mm. The color of them and everything, they creep me out. I hate pretzels. Then they stink. Ugh. I got everybody here dying. Y'all like pretzels, huh? Okay, team pretzel for you. No, I don't like them. It's something they creep me out. Now, I almost got into a fight with somebody about them little brown rye chips that come in the Gardettos. Somebody tried to say that was the worst part of Gardettos. And I think Gardettos are like a Midwest snack, because anytime I would get them in Atlanta, people are like, what the hell are you eating? I'm like, Gardettos, you never heard of them? Like, none of my Atlanta friends eat them. They're like, what the hell is that? Like, no, we eat chips. We eat Takis or whatever. I don't know what the hell. But I like Gardettos. And my favorite part are like the brown rye chips. And somebody said they were nasty. I said, what? That is the best part. And I don't know what it is why I can eat the brown rye chips that are brown, but I cannot eat pretzels. It makes no sense. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but I cannot stand pretzels. I don't like pretzel sticks. I don't like looking at them, but I can eat the brown rye chips. It's the weirdest thing. I can't explain it. It's something mental about it. It's something about when I see pretzels, it just, makes no sense. All right, y'all, I've been on here for almost 2 hours. I'm going to get ready to log off. Let me read these last few super chats here before I go. Let's see here. Jabatha X sent 10 says it was a drive-by shooting while I was outside taking out the garbage. Damn. They shot my whip while shooting at the neighbor's house 3 doors down. People was outside too. Where you live at, Jabatha? Not them shooting as you taking out the trash. I'm glad you're okay. We don't need nobody getting shot while I'm on live stream. Oh my gosh. People out here wilding, y'all. Please be careful. Please be careful. That is crazy. Well, I'm glad you're okay. You know, I'm glad he escaped the shooting, ran to the house and sent a super chat. I'm so glad you're okay. That's insane. Wow. I wonder what city you're in. Let me see here. Jesse Adams sent 5, says, I never understood how some of these rappers have all that money, but don't have life insurance, wills, trust funds in place. I agree. Because that's one thing that he did have, is that he had all the jewelry, he had all the cars. And the thing is that's crazy is that they'll allow these record labels to have insurance policies on them. And I'm sorry, if a record label is going to have an insurance policy on me, I'm damn sure going to have my own insurance policy as well. That only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have multiple insurance policies. So I think that should be the new wave. Instead of rappers looking for a handout, they should have an insurance policy. And it's nothing that you have to make public, right? You don't want everybody knowing your business, but they should definitely look at that. Okay. So Jabatha just sent $2, says, I live in Chicago, South Side suburbs. Oh, wow. Well, look, everybody in the chat talking about probably Chicago. Y'all guessed it. Well, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm really happy that you're okay. That's crazy. Let's see here. Adam Jones says, Haiti, I heard you said that you were opening the Discord in January. When is that happening? I would love to join. Been following for years. We're probably going to most likely open in February. So we moved it to February. So stay tuned. Once we open it, we'll post it on the members page on YouTube and on the members page on Patreon. So thank you for that. Let's see here. Jersey Girl says, my mom drew blood for insurance companies. Thank you. It was a real job. I don't know why people thought this was like 80 years ago. But yeah, the insurance companies where they would come to your home and draw blood. It was a real thing before GoFundMe. It really was. So thank you, Jersey Girl. Nicole Daniel says, not to be that person, but have you seen the price of eggs? Had to tell my family we are starting a farm. Yes. Excuse me. I talked about this on the last stream. The price of eggs are going to keep going up because you have chickens. There's some type of bird disease, avian flu that they're going through. And then on top of that, the cost of them are just going up everywhere. I was able to find about 30 eggs. Like it was a package of 30 eggs at Target for $11. So I was able to find that. But yeah, it's going to get worse. People are talking about, there's like chicken farmers. Like, you know how there's random people with like chickens and shit. Like, oh, I have 4 chickens in my backyard that lay eggs. Well, they've been on TikTok talking about they're scared, that people might start stealing their chickens and stealing their eggs. So it's getting real out here. There's some people out here stealing eggs and chickens from people. So it's a mess. In a minute, we're all going to have to learn how to like become farmers. I'm going to have to get me a little chicken coop or something. I don't know what to do with them though. Like, I don't, like, what do they eat? Grass? I don't know. I'm gonna have to hire a farmer because I literally, we've lost all these skills. It's sad. We've lost all these skills. I couldn't tell you how to milk a cow. Oh, they eat corn. Oh, okay. Corn on the cob. What kind of corn? Just throw corn on the cob and they just peck away. I don't know, child. But I really want to like eventually like have, I don't want a whole farm because I don't do animals like that. But I eventually want to have like maybe like a small garden and a farm, like just like a small one, maybe like with maybe like 2 egg-laying chickens. Then they'll be safe because I'm not gonna eat them. I don't eat chicken, so they'll be safe for life. Just give me my eggs. How many eggs do they drop though? Like if I have like 2 chickens, how many eggs will they drop? Like will they drop like a dozen eggs? Like how does this work? I need to read them. Because they're not going to be up here eating up all this corn and damn feed and then laying 1 egg. We're not going to have that. Somebody says they lay an egg a day. Somebody else says 2 to 6 eggs a day. 1 egg a day. Y'all don't know. How y'all go from 1 egg a day to 2 to 6 eggs a day? 3 eggs a day. I'm gonna have to look into it. But yeah, a lot of people who own chickens, they've been nervous. They've been talking about, they're putting up barbed wire and stuff. It's getting real out here. It's getting real. People out here trying to steal people's chickens and eggs. It's a mess. Somebody said them chickens be putting in work. Now all of a sudden everybody in the chat is a farmer. Sit down. Not everybody's a farmer in the chat. Oh, they put out at least 1 to 2 eggs a day, T. Somebody says, I have a chicken. It's 1 to 2. Thank you, Cameron. I believe you. Somebody said a 30 pack. Y'all are a mess. Not the chicken sweatshop. But yeah, the prices are going to keep going up. I would suggest getting those egg containers. I have bought some off of Amazon. They're really cool. You can stack up to 3 of them. And you can put in about, I don't know, child, like 30 eggs. And I know 2 of them holds at least 30. And so that way you can have them in your refrigerator, stacking up. So, but get them while you can. Let's see here. Hot Bussy. Okay, let's see your name. Hot Bussy said $10. And says, dropping some change for your next Cinnabon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for the super chat. Forever Your Leo, Sim 499 says, hey team, I was a bit late to the stream. How do you feel about the Martin Luther King monument that they unveiled the other day? I had talked about that earlier. That statue was a mess. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. Did y'all see it? Because I didn't show y'all what it looked like. MLK statue. This statue just looks weird. It looks like a weird sex position. They said it had to do with MLK and Coretta Scott King, but my eyes said otherwise. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, he has something to say. Let's see what he got to say. All these websites are trash. They take so long to load. They're playing ads. I was hoping he was going to explain this. Yeah, it's just weird. And it depends on like what angle. It depends on the angle that you look at it at. It's just weird. I didn't like it. Like from over here, okay, fine. I see the hands. I don't know. I didn't like it. From here, it looks like she's holding up a big old peen. But maybe that's just my freaky mind. From here, it looks like somebody's doing like a handstand and that's their butt and their head. It just looks weird. I mean, if you got to look at it from all these different angles, you didn't hit the mark. I thought it was like somebody with like their head in between their lap. It was just weird. I didn't like it. He needs to go back to the drawing board. I think I would have liked it better. Like, I get it being abstract. Like, I get abstract artwork, but it's too confusing. People can't see what you've made and realize what it is right off the rip, especially for somebody like MLK. I don't think it was good, but that's just my personal opinion. Because at one point, I'm like, what is that? Is that somebody holding up a leg, a peen? It was just weird. So, no, it's a no for me. Let's see here. Shaky says, I have 6 hens, average 1 egg/hen per day, but could get 2. I'm overloaded with eggs, and I want to start selling them for eggs for him. That is good. Well, bless you. Thank you for the super chat. Are y'all allowed to can you take your eggs to like a farmer's market and sell them? Or is it like how they try to do like milk? How like they don't want people selling milk unless it goes to the grocery store, or unless they have like a contract with schools. I wonder how that works with like eggs. But yeah, I would definitely, you better go knock on every neighbor's door and be like, I got eggs for sale. You know what I'm saying? I bet you your neighbors will buy them. If you sell them like 12 eggs for like $3, $5, whatever is cheaper than in the store, you can make some money. That's going to be the new hustle. Instead of people selling weed, they're going to be selling eggs. All the weed guys don't start getting hens. I got some eggs for sale. That's going to be the new hustle. But I think that's a good idea, because I know milk has rules. But I don't know if eggs do. If they don't have no rules, shit. Howdy, neighbor. Fresh eggs for sale. I sure would be going door to door, my little basket of eggs. Who needs fresh eggs? Fresh eggs! That would be my new hustle, sis. Get that money. Because these damn eggs, the way they looking at the grocery store, either you can't find no eggs or they're super expensive. So that's a really good hustle. Especially for chickens, they're laying a lot of eggs. Shit. Sure would be knocking right. I'd be coming to work with eggs. Eggs for sale in the break room. Let's see here. And Toda, hopefully I said that right, Says, thank you for being consistent, sharing knowledge and entertainment. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. Cherie says, how long do eggs stay fresh? I don't know. I just keep in my refrigerator. I assume my youngest is the big egg eater in the house. I mean, I can go months without eating an egg, but I guess because he plays sports, he eats a lot of eggs. So usually I buy the eggs for him. So eggs don't really last here longer than a month. I would assume that you want to eat your eggs within 2 months because you don't want them to spoil. But yeah, he eats like fried egg sandwiches. That's like his thing. Somebody said about a month in the refrigerator, not including how long it's been in the store. Yeah, I've never looked at the expiration date because I don't have eggs in my house long enough. We're like, these eggs have been in here for 5 months. No, they usually get eaten by then. So I'm not even sure. But I would say no more than a month. You should go through them. Somebody said 4 weeks. So yeah, so about a month. You know us, child. We don't pay no attention to expiration dates. The only thing that most people pay attention to that you know is expired is milk. Milk is the nastiest shit when it's expired. Other than that, if it look all right. It looks safe. Black folks will eat some old yogurt in the back refrigerator. Open up like, well, looks all right. I've done it before. Like, looks okay. Bread too. I've seen people cut off there. Oh, it's just one little spot of mold. Ugh. But I'm not a big bread eater. I just like Cinnabons. I went to make me, and I don't eat cereal too often. So I was like, oh my gosh, Golden Grams were on sale. I haven't had Golden Grams in a long time. And I went to go eat some, and I poured milk on there, and I didn't know the milk was spoiled. It was so gross. I threw everything out. I was like, wow, this milk had been in here for too long. That's another thing. Stuff just starts to like expire a lot quicker too, I feel. They said if it tastes good, it's good. Yeah. Stale crackers, old chips. We're not throwing nothing out. But you know what I have been getting? Those vacuum seal bags. I've been using that for like all my fruits and vegetables with it has like a machine and it sucks out all the air. But they have like small ones. It's not like that big old school 90s one. Remember them infomercials in the 90s? You can vacuum seal all your food. It's not that. It's not like the big commercial ones. They have little mini ones that are like, they come with these sandwich bags and you can vacuum seal all your fruits and vegetables and stuff like that in these sandwich bags. So I love that. And they also come with bowls too. So I've been doing that just to like, cut down on food wastage. So like with lettuce, it's really good. Mushrooms, you can throw them in the freezer. They last a lot longer. But unfortunately with eggs, you can't. Yeah, Golden Grams, man. I was so excited and that milk was spoiled. I was pissed. Like, what the hell? So didn't have no cereal that morning. Because then you got to go buy the milk. And I was like, never mind. I left it alone. Let me see here. Yinda Budget says, thank you, T, for what you do. Thank you so much for coming through, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Emu says, I just saw an article that says you can rent a chicken for $535 for 6 months. What? People are renting out their chickens? Well, it's a hustle. Might as well. Times are hard. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. That's interesting. Kago says, I've been watching since 2012. I love your discernment on this channel. The new MLK... The new MLK statue is disgraceful. Shake my head. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't get with it. I get people are trying to make it work. It's like fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. And I don't like that people are trying to shame people who are like, I don't get it. This is trash. Like, you're not going to shame me. I don't like the statue. It looks weird. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know it had anything to do with MLK. I kept seeing on my timeline. I was like, whose ass is that in the air? Because it was the way they had it positioned. It looked like it was like somebody whose head was in between their legs and their ass was up. So whose ass is I'm sorry, no shade to the sculpture, but I don't like it. So I'm glad me and you are on the same page. I will not shame me into supporting that statue just because it came out on MLK Day. Okay. Let's see here. Sheik says for fresh eggs, roughly 3 weeks on the counter, if not washed. After you get it out the coop, it could be longer. Also, you can get a chick for less than $5. Get at least 3 for their prime lane for the first 3 years. Okay. Thank you, Chic32. That's interesting. My only thing is it's cold in Minnesota. So do they have to come in the house? Because they can't be in here squawking and shitting on my floor. I don't even do pets, let alone chickens. So I mean, do I if I have them, I live here in Minnesota. I guess I have to build them a chicken coop. I probably have to have it heated too, because I ain't trying to wake up and there's frozen drumsticks in the morning. It gets cold up here. Be in the damn coop like with their little drumsticks in there. I'm gonna read more into this stuff. I'm interested now. Y'all got me interested in this. I'm gonna have to give me some type of heated coop. Before I walk up and they have them frozen drumsticks. Because they'll freeze up here, child. And I'm not trying to have chickens running around my house. We're not going to do that. Chickens on the leash and shit. They're going to have to stay outside. But yeah, we're going to have to get I'm going to look into this. Summer goals. Get a chicken or 2. Now, they loud. They can't be over here cock-a-doodle-doo making all that noise now. I ain't trying to get no ordinance ticket. Somebody said heated lamps. Okay. Been done cook them damn chickens. Like, oh well, guess what we eating tonight? Let's see here. Brenda says for the Halloween Discord costume party this year, I would dress as a pretzel to scare you. Y'all are a mess. Thank you, Brenda. Oh my gosh, now I cannot stand pretzels. Ew. Miss J says powdered eggs could be an alternative. Give me the real. I seen powdered eggs. One of the prepper channels said to get it. I just couldn't get into it. I'm not saying it doesn't taste good. I do want to try it, but I haven't mustered up the courage to buy them. But I bet you I probably will if them chicken eggs go up to like $12 a pack. I probably will. But yeah, they do have powdered eggs. I just have never bought them. I don't know. They just look weird. Y'all are a mess. Somebody said it's disgusting. Don't do it. Yeah, they just don't look appealing to me. I'd rather have real eggs than powdered eggs. Let's see. Linnea Johnson says, hey, T, have you heard the story of the mother who was essayed by her own son? Her name is Trina Daniels. His son is Melvin. No, gross. I hope they throw his ass under the jail. I have not heard that story. Let's see here. The F is powdered eggs. It's a real thing. They sell them like on Amazon. I've never had it. I try to look it up. It just didn't really look appealing. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I'll see. She says they are cold hardy breeds and heat tolerant. LOL, most people just tarp around the coop. Hens aren't noisy. Roosters make the noises. And most ordinance don't allow roosters. Okay, so it's roosters that make all that noise. Because in LA, in a lot of like the Mexican areas, they tend to have roosters. And they like run around sometimes. If you go to like certain parts of LA. I never knew what that was about. But they would have like roosters and hens. So I guess it's an LA thing. Yeah. Because I would have friends that would complain about like the roosters waking people up with the cock-a-doodle-doos and stuff. Somebody said they do them in Florida too. I think it depends on different communities. Some communities, they have like chickens that just run around the communities. It depends on where you live. In NYC, they have chickens running around. I don't believe that. Y'all got rats running around NYC. I don't believe chickens. I can see chickens in Miami and I know in LA. I don't believe it in New York. Chickens running through the Bronx. I got to see that one. I got to see that. Yeah, especially in the valley. People have straight chickens in the valley. I'm in NY. What they say? I'm in NYC, and what happened? I hear roosters in NYC. Where in NYC? I've never heard of anybody having chickens in NYC or roosters. Is this in Brooklyn? Like, what? I can see it in Hawaii. Let me find out people in Brooklyn running around with chickens and stuff in their apartments. That is too funny. Jim Jean-Pierre says, blessings, T. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Y'all, how long have I been on here? I've been on here for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Thank y'all for coming through. This was an awesome stream. I appreciate y'all. I didn't know there's going to be a whole lot to talk about because there hasn't been a lot of, news. The celebrities have been on their best behavior as of late. So there hasn't been a lot of drama. It's still early in the month. We'll see what happens. But I thank you guys for just spending some time with me this evening. I had a really good time on this stream. So I will talk to you guys later. I'll have more content this week. Probably more videos, podcasts, and stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.